Once in a land far, far away, there was this super wise guy who was the king's top advisor. He was like the go-to person for all things important. One day he was strolling to a meeting with the king and some other smart folks when he spotted something odd: a dead mouse on the side of the road. The wise guy, being all wise and stuff, turns to his crew and says, "You know what? Even from something as tiny as this dead mouse, a young, energetic fellow could make a fortune. Work hard, use your brain, and bam! Business, family, the whole shebang." Now there's this random dude passing by who hears the wise guy's wisdom. And since he knows this advisor is a big deal, he decides to roll with it. He picks up the dead mouse by the tail and heads off. Lucky for him, not even a block away, a shopkeeper spots him and goes, "My cat's been a pain. I'll toss you 2 copper coins for that mouse." Deal done. With those 2 shiny copper coins, our guy buys sweet cakes and sets up shop by the road with them and some water. As expected, flower-picking folks show up, hungry and thirsty. They trade sweet cakes and water for bunches of flowers. In the evening, our dude sells the flowers in the city, makes some cash, buys more sweet cakes, and repeats the whole flower-picking snack cycle. This keeps going until one day, a crazy storm hits. Heavy rains, wild winds, the whole drama. While strolling past the king's pleasure garden, our guy notices a bunch of branches scattered around. He's quick with an idea and offers the lazy gardener a deal. He'll clean up the mess if he gets to keep the branches. Lazy gardener happily agrees. Our dude spots some kids playing in a park and he's like, "Hey, want sweet cakes? Collect these branches." The kids are thrilled and agree to trade branches for a sweet cake each. Then comes the king's potter, always on the lookout for firewood. He sees the pile the kids gathered, pays our guy handsomely, and even throws in some of his fancy pots. With the cash from flowers and firewood, our guy opens a refreshment shop. One day, all the local grass mowers stop by. He treats them to free sweet cakes and drinks. They're all like, "Dude, you're awesome. What can we do for you?" He's all mysterious, like, "Nothing now, but I'll hit you up later." A week later, our guy hears a horse dealer's coming with 500 horses. He contacts the grass mowers, tells them to give him grass and not to sell any to the dealer until he's done. Smart move. He gets a killer price. Time passes, and one day, customers in his refreshment shop spill the beans about a new ship from a foreign land in the port. Our guy sees this as his golden opportunity. After some serious thinking, he hatches a plan. First, he goes to his jeweler friend, snags a valuable gold ring with a stunning red ruby for a low price. He knows the foreign ship is from a place without rubies, where gold's a big deal. So, he hands the ring to the ship captain, saying it's an advance on his commission. The captain agrees to send all passengers his way as a broker, and in return, our guy gets commissions from the local shops. Playing the middleman game, after a bunch of ships roll in, our guy's swimming in riches. Happy with his success, he recalls that it all started with the wise advisor's words. Feeling grateful, he decides to gift the advisor 100,000 gold coins, half his entire wealth. After doing the whole proper arrangements dance, he meets the advisor and hands over the gift, along with some humble thanks. The advisor's mind is blown and he's like, "Dude, how did you get so rich?" Our guy spills the beans, from the dead mouse to the golden ruby ring. Now the advisor, impressed by our guy's smarts, thinks, "I've got loads of wealth and my only daughter. This dude's single, so he deserves to marry her. He can inherit my wealth, and my daughter will be all set." Everything falls into place. After the wise advisor passes away, our guy, who followed his advice, becomes the richest dude in the city. The king is so impressed that he appoints our guy as the new advisor, and from then on, our guy spends the rest of his life generously spreading his wealth for the happiness and well-being of many people.